Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Tyto Ecology's Alaskan Tundra. In the last episode, we began our biome by dropping some ground squirrels and lemmings, I believe, in here to balance out our Arctic foxes, and now an entire year has passed in this biome since the last time we were here, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised that everyone, well, some of our creatures at least, are still here. Our lemmings are completely gone, I'm not surprised to see that, but we do have a little batch of ground squirrels that have managed to survive. It does seem like we need to clean up pretty quickly though, because if most of our Arctic foxes are over on this side of the territory, then they're not exactly going to be able to find any food to eat. So what we should probably do is drop a whole bunch of these little lemmings back in because they really seem to prefer those over the ground squirrels. So we'll do that straight away. We'll drop some lemmings like right here because I just noticed that we have a little fox galloping away, trying to find something to eat most likely. Surprisingly, their hungers are actually quite high right now, so maybe they all just like munched on a whole bunch of food before I turned on the game. We'll go ahead and drop another one right here though. I believe they have some food to eat in the area. We will have to make sure that they have enough food. It does look like our trees really spread though. Look at all of these little tiny baby trees and a ton of mushrooms. A ton of mushrooms for our forest, which is pretty fitting. Even over here in the tundra, I think that would be pretty fitting. So we have a couple of groups of lemmings over there. Let's go ahead and drop some food for this particular group of lemmings to eat. We'll drop some different types of grass in here that will hopefully be able to spread around as more time progresses in the biome. One of my favorite things about any of the biomes is just coming back to see how everything has naturally spread around, how all of the grass has decided to spread itself out, and of course all of these trees too. So hopefully if we just place a couple of different things in here, then it'll kind of choose its own path of where it wants to grow. We could place a couple of these diamond leaf willows over here too, and I think that might be enough at least for this group of lemmings. They are so close to our Arctic fox territory though that I'm a little bit concerned. And do we have any juveniles, I wonder? Let's see. Oh my gosh, we do! We have little juvenile Arctic foxes! 3 of them in this group. There's just 2 adults in this group over here, so we have 3 tiny little Arctic foxes running around, which actually means that we have way more mouths to feed. Oh my gosh, I think this is a baby Arctic fox! Oh my goodness! And he is chasing after this little guy for his life. Oh my gosh, or this one actually. It's like a standoff. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. Unfortunately, this guy is just learning how to hunt, so he's having a little bit of trouble finding his food. Oh my gosh, and one of his brothers or sisters. Oh, they are really chasing after these tiny little lemmings. It's so funny though because they're basically the same size as the lemmings, so they're trying to take on some very, very hard prey for themselves. Is this one going to work? Let's see. Did you catch that one, buddy? No! So they're still having a little bit of trouble catching their food, especially the babies though. You would expect that because they are just learning how to hunt. Hopefully their parents will be able to catch them some type of prey. Maybe they'll be able to catch it and then the babies can eat from the bones. The meat points actually stay on the body as long as nobody else comes around to eat it first. But I guess we should probably start spreading these guys out a little bit more too. I did notice that our Arctic ground squirrels did reproduce. 11 juveniles in this group, and I'm a little bit concerned with that just because our Arctic foxes don't seem too keen on actually eating these guys. Oh my gosh, look at this tiny one. Oh, they are so tiny. They are the cutest when they are tiny. So we probably actually want to put a little bit more grass in this area because it looks like most of the little baby ground squirrels probably ate it all up. There's actually not that much over here. It's kind of sparse. And that's a little bit worrying. So let's go ahead and actually place some more in. I'll actually speed up the time too so that we can gather up our energy points a little bit faster. I forgot about that in the last episode until quite late in the game, so we're going to try to remember that this time. But if our Arctic foxes start to starve off, then we will pause that time a little bit. We'll send it back to the normal speed just so that we can try to fix them before they end up passing away. So we'll put a little bit more of this grass down here, maybe some flowers too. We had some flowers over in this area and our berry bushes too. I almost forgot about these. Our bear berries. It doesn't look like they actually have any berries on them right now. It looks like they're in stasis right now. Okay, so let's try to spread things out on this side of the territory a little bit more. We'll give them more things to do on the left side over here, which is actually Zone 2, I believe. This is where Zone 2 starts. So if we give them a little bit more grass, then they might start to spread in this direction, and then hopefully it'll be easier for our Arctic foxes to find food too, because they can actually go all the way out here through all of this snow, and if the Arctic foxes are on this side of the world, then they might have more trouble than they intended to just catch the next meal. So what we should probably do is start, again, with all of our grass and all of our mushrooms too. So we'll place some of these flowers in here, and there we go. We already have our monthly income too. We're getting a little bit more now that we have more different types of animals and plants. And apparently those Arctic foxes are really munching away at those lemmings, so maybe we actually need to add another group. That might be a good idea, especially because they ended up eating them all in 1 year anyway. And we had, I want to say, like 2 or 3 groups of lemmings in there before I ended up the episode. So let's go ahead and place some more of the lemmings in the area. We'll place them maybe on the other side of this little frozen pond, and then we'll give them some more of their plants to eat too. We'll place them right there, and I think we'll also place a group right over here, so that they're kind of like surrounding this little puddle of water, and then that means that the Arctic foxes should have plenty of chances to hopefully catch another meal. It looks like they can actually fish from here too. I didn't notice that. That's good. So it doesn't seem like they have fished out of there yet. It doesn't seem like the Arctic foxes are really interested in fish, but I'm sure some of the other different types of predators are going to be, so we'll keep that in mind for them. But for now, we really need to give these guys some food. It looks like another group has low population already. Okay, so we are definitely doing the right thing by adding some more prey for them to eat, especially if we're going to keep skipping a year's worth of time between episodes, because that is a very long time for one biome to try to handle itself. We have to make sure that our prey are properly established too, so that they're ready to take on all of the predators that we add into the place. I did notice that there were a lot of different types of predators that we could add into our biome, but not that many prey items. Oh no, and our Arctic foxes! Our Arctic foxes have low population now. Okay, so this was the group without the juveniles. So we have 1 Arctic fox left in here, but thankfully they will be able to reproduce as long as, oh my gosh, one of the juveniles died, as long as they all last long enough. So I think they're just dying of starvation at this point. I think they're just not able to catch their food in time because, as we have learned from the last episode, these guys really scoot away very, very fast. They are very tricky for our little Arctic foxes to actually catch. But as far as I know, these Arctic foxes are just straight up carnivores in this game. According to this little tag down here, they are carnivores, so we will just have to hopefully make sure that we have enough different prey items in here that they always have at least a chance of catching one. And in fact, why don't we go ahead and place the Arctic hare in here too? We'll go ahead and unlock them, and we'll plop the Arctic hare down, but we are going to have to keep a very, very close eye on the Arctic hare because, as you guys know, these bunnies like to reproduce very fast. So it is likely if we have too many of them in here, then they might completely take over the biome like our deer mouse situation of the grasslands. Oh my goodness, but they are the cutest little things. Look at those paws, those giant paws. Oh my gosh, I am going to feel so sad if any of our Arctic foxes actually manage to catch you because you are adorable. Let's see, are any of them actually going after the Arctic hares? Or is that not their preferred meal either? It might not be. I mean, the Arctic hares are actually pretty large, aren't they? Let's go ahead and check out their biodex. It says Arctic hares will occasionally eat fish and carrion. They typically consume mosses and woody plants, including willow, lichens, roots, and seaweed. Okay, and their predators, the primary predators of Arctic hares include foxes, wolves, lynxes, owls, and hawks. Thank you, Tyto Ecology. Thank you for those coins. Humans also hunt Arctic hares for food, pelts, and more. Okay, so the foxes should be able to eat them just according to their biodex. And it sounds like we have more things ticking off in the background too. More little notifications to take a look at. Oh, our Arctic foxes are starving. Oh no, that is not good. Let's go ahead and slow the time down a little bit. Let's see. So we have, oh gosh, this group right here. They are just barely clinging on to life, and this is the group with all of our little juveniles. So we might actually be seeing this group completely pass away before the episode is over. And this group, I mean, this one last Arctic fox that is alive is actually doing pretty well. He's hanging on, so he must have managed to catch some type of food. But let's see if we can find maybe one of our, oh no, one of our little baby Arctic foxes. I feel like we're probably going to watch them pass away. I mean, at this point, I'm not sure if they could possibly grab any of these prey items before they do end up passing. Oh my goodness, are they curled up together? Oh my gosh, that is the saddest thing. That is the saddest thing. I have to take a picture of that because that is just so adorable that they are all curled up together as they're starving though. You guys really need to get up and try to find some more food. I mean, they are right next to our bunnies. There are a couple of bunnies over here that they could possibly grab. And wait a second, did this guy manage to catch a meal? Yeah, he did. There's 7 meat points left on this, so if they would only just get up and like walk over here, then they might be able to save themselves. But I am wondering if maybe they're just going to pass away right here. I mean, at least they're together. At least there's that. At least this little baby is with its like mother or father or whatever it happens to be. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Let's go ahead and try to find some of the others though. Is the other one still alive? Yeah, we have one more juvenile in here who really needs to catch a meal. And of course, that Arctic fox is doing just fine. So if they end up passing away, then I'll just place another group of Arctic foxes in the area so that they can hopefully crossbreed. But I don't see that last Arctic fox, and it's worrying me a little bit. It is morning now, so maybe those guys woke up over here. Let's see. Oh, this one is on the move. This one is on the move. I hope you can catch something. You are probably so close to the end of your life. 17% of its hunger left. So if it doesn't catch this one, then I'm not sure what it's going to do. Is it going straight after the bunny? Let's see. Maybe it'll catch it. I mean, the bunny is just kind of sitting here, maybe munching on some berries, just like our adventures in the Tribe of the Tides, actually. Those bunnies love their berries. Oh no. Oh no, and the fox didn't manage to catch it. It does say that the Arctic hares has low population now, though. So let's see. Maybe somebody managed to catch one. Maybe the little baby managed to catch one. Oh, wouldn't that be perfect? Let's just take a quick look. Oh no, it didn't manage to catch one at all. We do have this one, though. This guy right here, I think this is another one of the baby foxes, and it looks like he just ate. So I guess that one gets to live another day. That one will be just fine. And it looks like our other adult managed to eat too. It also seems like this group is really munching away at our mushrooms. Okay. Maybe they don't have enough grass in the area. That might be the case because I think I only put a little bit of grass over here for these guys. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. At least they are perfectly fine though. I don't think any of the Arctic foxes even ate them, though wait a second. It looks like we might have another little fox right here. So this guy has kind of picked up the scent of all of these little lemmings, and it looks like he's getting ready to, or not. Oh my gosh, I thought he was getting ready to pounce, but he was just going to sleep. Okay, little Arctic fox. You can be lazy if you want to, but at least that means that our predators are actually going to these slightly more populated areas right now. They're moving out to where the food is instead of just hanging around all of these places where we just have like 1 or 2 lemmings kind of lingering. The Arctic hares now, there's 4 Arctic hares left in this territory, and there's 24 weeks left until reproduction, so we'll see if that's enough time. But let's go ahead and give these guys some actual food to eat. Oh, and look at that, we have another fox down there. Okay, so they are definitely coming to these higher populations of lemmings to hunt them down. But let's give them a little bit of food so that they at least have something to sustain themselves on aside from mushrooms. They do seem to enjoy these like diamond-leafed willows and all of these other types of grass, because the group on the other side of the pond are doing just fine. They're not having any troubles with their hunger. So we'll put some of this horsetail down here. We might as well put some of these flowers back down here too, because those are quite pretty. I think we had a couple of them right here. It looks like actually these are our berries, so our berries are spreading too. Oh, that's really cool. I really like how everything just kind of spreads where it wants to after a while. We'll put the flowers in there so that we can have a nice colorful field for all of our animals to run around in. And it looks like this guy is actually on the move again. Where are you off to? Hopefully for another meal? Hopefully. We haven't seen their territories go into the danger zone in quite a while. But for now, I guess we can speed up the time again just so that we can put some more plants in the area, and we'll just keep a very close eye on those notifications. So I think we just want to stick to all of the little plants in here that our lemmings can actually eat. We'll put some cotton grass in here too, all of these different types of plants so that it can spread around properly. And I do just want to make sure that we have our little bumblebees in the area. It looks like they actually can't reach these, so what we should probably do is place another group of Arctic bumblebees like right over here maybe, right there, so that it can kind of cross between both of these places where the lemmings live, and then hopefully they'll be able to help the grass spread a little bit more. We should probably also start moving some of the mushrooms out this way so that it's well prepared at least to take on some more creatures when we're ready to build in this location. We'll place some mushrooms way over here, some mushrooms way over here as well. We have to decide what we're going to place in this side of the biome too. We have many, many different animals to choose from. And how about our Arctic squirrels? Let's see the situation on our Arctic squirrels, because they did have a lot of juveniles before. They're down to 8 juveniles now, so that means that one of our Arctic foxes probably came up here and actually ate away at them. So that's actually good to see, because I was getting concerned that they might become like the next deer mouse yet again. I know there's always at least one animal in the game who ends up completely completely consuming our biomes, whether it's a type of rodent or otherwise. I think we had trouble with the snakes in the desert, actually, if I remember correctly. So we'll just have to keep a very close eye on all of these little critters that we're adding in. Oh gosh, and it looks like our Arctic foxes are starving again. So let's go ahead and slow down the time and see which one it actually is. Okay, it's the group with the juvenile again, so it's probably the baby who's having a little bit of trouble finding food. But it seems like, I mean, we have so many different types of prey in here that it's just a matter of them actually getting to one that they can finally hunt down. Oh no! Oh no, they were right there! Oh, that is so sad. His little paw is even reaching out to grab this bunny. Oh, that is so sad. Oh my gosh, our Arctic foxes have been having the toughest time today. Oh my gosh, so we definitely need to make sure that our Arctic foxes are going to be able to reproduce together, because I believe we're only down to 2 now. There's 1 in each of these territories. This one has 11 weeks left until it reproduces, so as long as it can stay alive, then we should probably see some new little baby Arctic foxes in the next episode when we come back after some more time has passed in the biome. I think this side of the biome will be fine, honestly, because we definitely have more food for the Arctic foxes to eat than we did before. So they should be just fine. I mean, we know that they can reach this other side of the lake right here. We know that they can definitely reach all of these other little pockets of lemmings, just in case things get a little bit too scarce over on this side where our little mini forest is. So instead, why don't we go ahead and place a couple more things on this side of the biome before we end out the episode? I think we'll place another group of our Arctic squirrels over here. We'll go ahead and place them, I guess in the area, but not too close. We'll place them like right over here, and then we'll give them a little bit of grass that they can munch on too, though I believe quite a bit of it has actually moved into this area anyway, so we should be fine. We should hopefully be fine. And then I do want to just give a quick look at the biodex of our ermine friend, so that we can maybe see if we need to add any particular type of a creature in here for them to eat. So let's open up our biodex if we can find it. There we go, and then we'll go down to the ermine, and it says, carnivores through and through, ermine hunt small mammals at night. When rabbits and the like are scarce, they will instead eat birds, eggs, frogs, fish, and insects. Okay, so maybe we should actually make sure that the ermine is very close to the water over here, just in case they can't reach any of these tiny little lemmings, or our Arctic hares, of course, because they are definitely going to be looking after those. So let's unlock the ermine, and then let's place them, I guess, oh my gosh, they actually have a very big territory. Okay, so if we place them maybe like over here, they might be able to interact with, yeah, the Arctic hares, the lemmings. They can actually reach some of the ground squirrels too, it looks like. So they will have plenty of food to pick from. They will also be crossing paths with our Arctic foxes, which I wonder if that's going to be a problem. I mean, some of the creatures in previous biomes were very, very territorial, particularly the cats. The big cats, all of those big predators. Oh my gosh, these guys are tiny. Oh my goodness, they are so tiny. They remind me of little ferrets too. They are actually weasels. So let's see, I think there's only 2 in there? Yeah, there's only 2 of these tiny little ermines in here. So hopefully they'll be able to find enough food to sustain themselves. It looks like they're going off in completely different directions too. Completely different determined directions. This guy might have a little bit more luck just because there's way more food over here. And the Arctic hares are in that direction too. That's actually going to be quite interesting seeing that tiny, tiny little guy try to take on an Arctic hare, because there is quite the size difference between them. What's this guy running from? I don't see any Arctic foxes. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second, way back here. Okay, so our little hares were actually hopping around under the trees. This guy needs to find some food though. We're still in that situation where they're having trouble catching the food. We have plenty of food for them to eat. It's just a matter of whether or not they can actually catch it. But I think we have enough time for them to breed. So in the next episode, we'll go ahead and check up on our Arctic foxes again, and hopefully we'll see tiny little Arctic fox babies, and who knows, maybe little ermine babies too. Maybe they'll be in our future as well, as long as they can stay alive. I noticed that one of them seems to be back here. Oh no, that's another Arctic fox, all right. Alright, so these guys are definitely on the move, and they are definitely searching out places where they can collect a little bit more food than last time. So it seems like they're learning, at least. They're learning. I'm not exactly sure where our little ermines went, because unfortunately they are so very small. But I'm sure we'll run into them eventually. It seems like their hunger isn't really decreasing right now, so they must have found something to eat out in this big, wide world. But I hope when we come back we'll see that all of these animals have survived, and all of these different types of grasses and plants have managed to spread, particularly particularly over to Zone 2, especially maybe if we add another group of those bumblebees in before we leave. There we go, we'll place them right over there, and then maybe we'll see a little bit more life in Zone 2 as we get ready to hopefully start building over here as well. So I think that's about it for now, but thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!